So it's been a few days since my last upload, and the main reason behind that is because I've been waiting for some news that Wildcard are meant to be giving us on what is going on with S+. Now, we have been given more news on it, which I'm going to be talking about later on into today's video, but I'm mainly talking about when it's going to be released for console, because that is huge for console, and still we haven't had any news. But recently there has been a new sort of leak come out that Jen has done on Twitter talking about well, it's not really talking, it's mainly just like a sort of sneak peek about what is going to be coming next after this S Plus update, which is absolutely huge. I say to you guys at the start of the year, I really believe Wildcard are going to be working so hard with their new team to make sure they release everything on time and make Ark perfect, so it is that next generation Ark. And in my opinion, they're really doing that, and they have not missed any release dates. I know it's only the 20th of January so far, but usually they would miss things by now, and it's all on track. Now, before we get into today's video, as always, if you guys wouldn't mind dropping a like on today's video, that would be absolutely fantastic. As always, we've been smashing over the 1,000 like target, so if we can try and hit, I know this is crazy, if we can try and hit 1,000, well, over 1,500 likes on today's video, that'd be brilliant. Subscribe if you are not subscribed already for all your Ark news and other games every now and then, but let's get straight in with the news. So on your screen, what you will see right now is actually Jen saying thank you for all of you leaving feedback on the beta changes. We're currently working on changes including making special kibble a little bit more accessible and also fixing wonky textures, changing structure types like ramps and stairs and all of that sort of stuff. Now this is great, and obviously we're going to be talking about S Plus a little bit later on, but this main part of the video is talking about why the dinos in Ark are about to be changed massively within the next 2 updates, I would say, which will be fantastic. Now there's always a chance that Wildcard will make S Plus their main priority, and this won't come until later on into the year, but I've been talking about it for a while, and this is TLC Phase 3. So somebody did actually reply to Jen on Twitter, which a massive shout out to this guy, as you guys will see on the screen, saying, "You guys are doing an awesome job, the PC patch notes and now this. Keep it up, get this done so you can work on Dino TLCs." Now, if you can see, 4 people actually liked the tweet, and one of them was Jen, which is fantastic because they've been there's been rumors going around. They've said themselves they want to sort of work on more on TLCs and stuff. And this guy said, "Get this all done, and then you can work on TLCs," which will be fantastic because if you guys have never seen a TLC before, I'll play some of obviously the old TLCs in the background for you. It is when dinos get completely revamped, new abilities, and they look completely different. When I say completely different, they still are the same dino, but they look more realistic. Now, there's been things such as the Rex, there's been, I don't know, some of the main ones, obviously for me, the Rex was one, there's been the Trike, there's been so many, and there's only been 2 TLC passes, and if you didn't know, on the wiki right now, TLC 3 is still on there, waiting to be announced, which is fantastic. I've made plenty of videos where Wildcard have leaked different things about Dino TLC 3 and all of that, and finally, we've got some indication that that is the next step for Wildcard, which I am so excited about. Let me know in the comment section down below. I've done this a few times. What dinos you would see, come to the next TLC. I don't really know how many they're going to do. They usually do like 4 or 5 ones. The Sarko got a pretty big one, but what I'm thinking Wildcard might do is release a TLC, which is a huge one that they're going to be working on for a while, as TLC 3, instead of releasing them in phases, they said they were going to do 3, 4, and 5, but I can imagine they're going to just be bringing this one huge one. It's going to be a massive update, but it really depends on how big the update is, because you don't want an update that's like 40 gigabytes and takes days to update, if you guys understand what I mean. So that's massive information about how dinos are finally going to be changed and updated in Ark, but the next thing we're going to be moving on to now is more information on when S Plus could be coming to the console, which I kind of have a rough idea on, and more stuff to do with it coming to the PC as well. So the first thing I'm actually going to be talking about to start things off with this S Plus bit is talking about the console. Now this will be very short, and it's just because I don't have any official news, but I thought I'd just let you guys know what's going on. Now, we're still waiting on the PC to get the official S Plus update with the kibble, and until that happens, you won't see it on console for like a week afterwards. Now, they're doing this beta right now to test things out, to make sure it's perfect, and as soon as they release it on PC, which should be this week, I'm hoping, it really depends on how it goes down, then the console should be getting it a week later if there are no problems. If you didn't know, the reason why they're doing this beta is just so they can overview it, and this is the best way, to make things work of how Wildcard should do it more and more into the future, and I know that's exactly what they're doing. So if you're on the console, you're probably still looking at a week to two weeks to actually get the S Plus update, which I know is a bit long, but Wildcard are working their hardest to get this sorted, and hopefully they can surprise us with the update. Now here is something else is going to be coming out of console as well. I'm not going to be reading through this because I already have in my other video, so if you're interested in like learning more about this, which is going to be coming for the console and it's already out for the PC right now, check out my last video so you can read through it, but you can pause if you want to read through it yourself on the screen. There's a lot of stuff, but we're going to be moving on to some changes which is actually happening like right now, which is pretty awesome. Huge things happened here, especially with the mesh memory optimizations, loads of stuff with that. So as I said, if you guys do want to check that out, then you can do, as we are going to be moving on to right now the main changes which has happened recently. So as you guys will see on the screen right now, these are all the changes that Wildcard have been up to with the S Plus beta, which is just some things I wanted to show you so you can expect what's not going to be in the update when it's sorted, if you guys understand what I mean, because this has to be huge and perfect for when they release this on console, because the main reason they're doing this beta, as I said, is they before just release updates to the PC and then port them to the console, and they don't know whether it's going to work on the console, and then it ends up crashing servers and doing this and doing that. So that's why they're doing this right now. So we're going to be going through things as fast as possible. As I said, you can pause the video at any point if you would like to. So added server settings config option, which is structure pickup hold duration to allow unofficials to configure them, as you guys can see right there. Change default for quick pickup to 0.5 seconds from 1 second. Updated multiple S Plus meshes, as you guys can see there, because that is going to be huge. We really don't want S Plus coming in and making meshing 10 times worse. Updated snap points for triangle foundations and ceilings to remove some bad snaps. Added some variation in structure textures to break up repetition. Set health of triangle ceiling to half for greenhouse triangle ceiling. Set triangle foundations and ceilings to be half the health of the full ceiling or foundation. Set double door HP to a times 1.3 approximately to the single door variant. Set 4 walls higher HP to be equal to 1.8 walls. Flexible pipes can now be picked up. Improved usability and reliability of flexible electrical cables and pipes. Fixed S Plus structures not obeying the building height limit. Added destructible mesh support and some destructible meshes for structure variants. Added, reduced horizontal scale of stair structures slightly so they don't clip through adjacent walls. Disabled triangle foundation stacking. Disabled quick pickup for the tech teleporter as soon as anyone tries teleporting with it. Fixed snapping issue with square foundations and ceilings and the new triangle foundations and triangle ceilings. Renamed wood structures from wood to wooden to match Ark convention. Set up a craftability for S Plus structures and items, and structure variant system now handles player applied color regions while switching between variants. Now the dedicated storage, as you guys can see here, is something where you're going to be able to hold large amounts of storage like a tech version, rather than having hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of storage boxes, which is just a pain, and now dedicated storage is going to be huge for that. Fix for dedicated storage access. Pin coding is now enabled. and allowed some items to be placed in dedicated storage that were previously disabled by mistake. So that was reinforced windows, stone cliff platform, metal cliff platform, water well, mirror, and vessel. Disabled dedicated storage power requirement. Punching/shooting dedicated storage no longer deposits items. Sorry, I can't even speak into it. Dedicated storage demolishes improvements. Demolishing dedicated storage now gives you all your items back. Added a fill storage multi-use entry in creative mode only. Improved inventory text with multiple stacks. And adjusted dedicated storage costs to match tech tier structure costs. And lowered dedicated storage health. Now, there's another few things here, which is crashes, so fixed crash caused when painting large walls, and attempted to fix for crash loading a blueprint asset. And finally, the kibble-related stuff, fixed issues with dino settings not using the correct kibble, or added settings for those that were still using base classes. Adjusted the triangle foundation and ceiling snap points for ceiling pieces to work properly. Adjusted egg description to match the recipes that they are used for, and fixed many egg descriptions that were not using the proper description. Now, they've said here, got any feedback, please leave it on one of the 2 threads down here, because this is huge. Like, this is absolutely massive. Them making these changes is what is going to make this compatible for the console, and I know that is what you guys want so much. This is now live on the PC beta for S Plus, so you can go and try out all of these different stuff. Now, there's going to be more and more and more until it's perfect, but I'm still sticking to my estimation of 2 weeks for the console and a week for the PC, which would be fantastic if it does happen sometime this week. Now, that is all I can share with you from today's video. I hope it did help you out. There's lots going on in the world of Ark. We've got TLC 3 to look forward to, which in my opinion is one of the most exciting things when Ark does this, rather than, obviously new dinos and creatures is great, but when there's TLCs for ones that are already in the game, it's like having new dinos and you can check them out, and I would love to be doing showcases for you and all of that different stuff. So thank you for watching today's video. As I said, if we can try and smash over that 1,500 like target, that would be brilliant, because I know that's like a huge thing to ask, but you guys have been smashing it recently and even hitting up to 2,000 on some videos. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already for all your Ark news. I was about to say daily Ark news. I will get back to daily Ark news, but it really can only be when there's news here for you guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.